thanks for stopping by. Hope you're getting to play some guitar today. Today I'm going to be showing you how I record guitars using Amplitube and Torpedo's wall of sound. So we're going to jump into the computer here and I'm going to show you how I do that. So as you can see right now, I've got Cubase AI. Got that for free when I got my Steinberg UR22 interface. It was 140 bucks and it works pretty well for me doing demos here at home. First thing I'll show you is how I got started in this. I went to IK Multimedia, downloaded the custom shop, and from there you can get into Amplitube. If you just download this, it's free, and there's just a ton of different amps, effects, cabinets, microphones, just a lot of different stuff. So pretty cool, really awesome that I got into this, because recording at home with two kids, it's a lot easier to be quiet if you're doing this with headphones. It works really well. Still love my amps. I get my Marshall's Fenders out, but when the kids are sleeping and I'm trying to record at night, this is fantastic. And I like too, like this Soldano head. I tried this a while back. That's what's cool is you can bring up different heads and just hit the try button, and it'll give you this, and you can pull it into your DAW and use it for a couple days to see if you like it, and if you do, you can buy it. If not, it'll just go away. But it's a really cool way to kind of try out different things, kind of a la carte, and just get what you need. It'll come with a couple of amps right out of the gate, and I'll show you how they do that. Now, what usually I do is I'll go in here, I'll load up a track. I build templates first, so it's a little more efficient. I can get started. I have these already built. So I'll load up a track. I'll go in here to the insert. You just click on that. You click this little button, and then down in here, other. When I loaded up the custom shop, then I found this right away. So then you would just click on that, and then it'll bring you right into Amplitube. So you do one click. There we go. So really cool, comes with a bunch of different presets. I'm not going to go over that today anyways. Usually I start here at the tuner. I get tuned up so everything sounds in tune, which is real important. You should be doing that every time you record, first thing. Then they got stomp boxes. You can go in there, all kinds of different stomps. And then it comes with these two Fender amps. Came with the Marshall amp and the bass amp. I then got Amplitube 4, which added in 4 or 5 more, maybe it was 6. Added in some more Marshalls. And then this Leslie stuff, I actually won this on IK Multimedia's Instagram page. They were giving away stuff there like left and right, and I won a couple different things on there. Thanks Squids, Dave Kersner, Mark Menji. You go on there and those guys talk a lot about the music business and IK, and it's fun. You get on there and talk to different people and joke around. But I won a couple different things. It's Tiny Terror, they actually gave this away about a month ago, so I picked this up. And then I bought this Thunderverb 200 because this is really awesome. I love it. It's super heavy. And this is another one too, like you're not going to walk into a lot of music shops and they're going to have a Thunderverb 200 sitting there that you can wail on. So I tried this out for a couple days. It's like, this is sweet. I really like, there's 2 different channels you can mess with. And it's neat because, like, you know, with Orange, they use all these different, like, what is shape? Like, what does that button do? Well, you can try it out and see if you like it. So pretty cool. Like I said, you get a bunch of heads first, so it's pretty easy. I mean, for me, when I first started recording guitars this way, I spent 140 bucks on the interface. I got the Cubase AI, came with it. And then I got this. I was recording songs, you know, in a week there. And I've been doing this for a year now, using this. Every now and then I start getting my amps out. But from just a songwriting perspective, it's super easy to have templates set up. And you got a song idea, you can just get in here and hammer it out before you forget the idea. I use my phone too, the memos, I'll hum into that, and my wife thinks I'm crazy. My daughter's like, why are you humming into your phone? It's like, well, I got an idea for a song. And anyway, So, and then you get to the cabs, which is a whole other thing. You get a ton of cabs in here that you can get. The speaker section you can only change when you have the 412 set up. Then you can change out all the speakers. I'll show you that on a different one. You can change out the mics. I got this 121 Royer a couple weeks back. I like that because you get the nose of the 57 just pushes out there and the 121 rounds it all out. There's overhead microphones you can use to move those all around. You can change where the mic's set up. Pretty awesome. You can change out the rooms it's in, make it sound different that way, and then you can change on how much you're in the mixer, how much of each mic you're hearing. So pretty amazing stuff. Again, just playing at home. And then I add in my little Leslie pedal. So lots of fun with that. Now, we've talked a little bit about the Amplitube here. I want to switch over now if I can. And if you're listening with your phone at home, put some headphones on, because then you'll be able to hear the difference with this stuff way better. I'm hoping you'll hear the difference way better, but because I have these coming through my studio monitors right now. Now, if we want to get into Torpedo, so I'm using this Fender head. If we go to where the shopping cart is, there's a little button here. If you go to that button, you turn that, this will turn the cab off, okay? So now we're just got the head on. Now we go back over here to our inserts. You hit this, turn the Torpedo on. We're gonna open that up. And boom, then you're into Torpedo's wall of sound. This is pretty awesome. They make a bunch of different products. This I got, they have a trial version of this you can get. And a month ago, they gave you a lifetime version of this instead of just having the trial. So I picked that up. I bought like 5 of these speaker cabinets. It came with 5, and then I bought 5 more for like 30 bucks. So you can take Amplitube and then you can lay these cabinets on. So right now I've got 2 cabinets in here. The first one is this Magnolia B, which is kind of your Jerry cab, right? Which is pretty cool. If we turn this off here, let's go back to here. So we have that on. So it's pretty quiet there, quieter than the other cabin. I'm going to show you why right now. If we look here at our master bus and we play, you can see there we're at like just under the -12 dB. And that's usually where I try to record at. You know, the big thing with, you'll hear a lot of guys talk about recording is gain staging. So the more of these tracks you add in and you start adding up, you know, 12, -12 there, -12, -12, -12. Once you get down to your stereo out, all that starts to add up. And if you have it too hot and it adds up and you get up into the 0 there, then you're going to have clipping. It's going to sound like shit. So don't do that. So I try to keep every track around the -12. So once I start adding plugins and everything, and sometimes that's going to make it louder. It doesn't get, I try to get into 0, the -6 then, once we're all done. And there's a couple of different ways you can do it. What I like to do is I like to feed the signal into the plug-in here. So we're feeding a pretty hot signal to the plug-in, pretty good signal. So the plug-in reacts well. And then once I get, here we're gonna put that there. You can turn all these different amps down here. You can do it there. I like to use this master out on the plug-in. Now if we turn this back up to 0, you're gonna see now it's gotten a little bit louder. And then it's gonna get even louder once we add in this other, now I'm adding in this Princeton reverb, like a silver face reverb. Now we've added that in, And now you can see, now we're getting up to the 0 here, right? So pretty cool. And again, you can, if it starts getting too hot there, like if I still want to be at my -12, then I start bringing this down, the plug-in output. Now we're getting back to our -12 dB. So that's the way I go about trying to gain stage with the plugins. If you have a different way of doing it, I'd love to hear it, or if anybody has questions on that. But the gain staging with the plugins is a big thing once you get down to the master bus there. So if anybody has different ways that they do that, I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. So I'll show you another one I got here. Let's just get out of this and we'll turn that off. Now if we go to this guy, now we're into I got the Marshall Silver Jubilee, which we're going to see here in a second, I think. Yeah, so now we're on this head. So now we're in Marshall land, which is cool. So we were in a nice clean tone there. Now we're at the Marshall land. Again, I got a 412 cab. See, now here's where you can change out those speakers. And you can make stuff sound different. Just by hitting different speakers, and you change all of them. So as you can see, you can go down quite a rabbit hole here with this. So, you know, for me, I try to keep it to recording one day. I try to set up my templates. I'll try to use another day to kind of set up my guitar sounds in the template. And then when I'm ready to record, I just record. I don't start to record and work on a song idea, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll change out this speaker. Because if you do that, then you're going to get away from the recording. So try to plan out how you do it. It works for me, just keeping me more focused, and I get stuff done easier that way. Feel like I'm accomplishing more, I think, if I set my days up like that. So now again, if we go back here to where the little basket is, we turn that off, and then we turn the Torpedo on. Let's open that up. And I think on this one, yeah, so I got Marshall cab set up in this. So I got this British green on one. Where are we at here? British green, so this is like your Angus Young one. Let's turn this off. So you notice there's a much different tone than what we had there before. At our -12. That's just the British green cab. If I add in then this British vintage C cab, this other cab, we're not at -12 anymore. Now we're up to 0. Fun stuff. And sometimes then I'll add like my blues driver on to get a little bit more grit. Can go down quite the rabbit hole. So I'm going to talk about Torpedo, I think, a little more in another video, because there's so many things you can do in here. Reverb, there's compressors, EQ. They have power amps in here too, so you could even use this without the Amplitube, use their power amps. Each one of these comes with different microphones, so each cabin will have its own kind of microphone set to it. And if you get into, like, here, let's look at 412 cabs. These are all the cabs that they have in there. Holy smokes. And again, these you can try out too. If you get online with it, you can try them all out, use the cabs. So pretty cool stuff. Once you combine these two things, you can do a lot of really cool things. And I'm enjoying it. And it's just giving me a lot of different tones. And again, when the kids are sleeping in the morning, at night, I can just put the headphones on and get some good sounds and get my guitars all set in there. So I'm really having a good time with it. So again, next video probably gonna be a little more Torpedo. I think I might do a little bit more of that, show you if you like this one. Definitely leave some comments down below if you have any questions, or tell me about, you know, how you're using Amplitude or Torpedo, or I'd like to hear too what other amp sims people are using, because there's a bunch more out there. So let me know what you're thinking there. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see the next episode. And I'm going to play a little bit more here today. And I hope you get to play some guitar later on.